Hey everyone, welcome to your next exciting show of AWS On Air. My name is Brian Terry, your illustrious CloudFormation DA, and I'm here with Nathan and Kareem. Kaheem, yeah. So introduce yourselves. Nathan, how about you
Hi,
introduce yourself first?
I'm also a developer advocate for AWS, working mostly in the container services space. But super excited to talk about our topic today and our guest over this way. What you
Yeah,
want to say?
yeah.
Hey guys, this is Kareem. I'm a product manager with Amazon QuickSight and I focus on embedded analytics. So happy to be talking to you on this segment. Thank you for having me.
Super exciting. I hear that we're going to be talking about a new feature that's really exciting. And I think everyone's going to really love to see this new feature that you're going to be releasing. Am I right or am I kind of
Yeah,
asking
yeah,
some
yeah,
questions?
yeah. Totally. I'm excited as well. We are going to enable our customers to embed QuickSight dashboards, which are rich analytics, into their applications much easier. We call it one-click embedding, and what we are going to be launching is one-click public embedding. So here we are going to enable our customers, authors, right? Authors are QuickSight users who create dashboards, and they can enable the dashboard to be able to be shared with public, and then they can embed this on their sites. These sites could be public facing sites with just copy paste of their code, and they're done. They don't have to worry about calling APIs. They don't have to worry about writing code or anything. Your dashboard is embedded in minutes, literally.
Awesome.
So you mentioned QuickSight, you mentioned dashboards. Tell us a little bit about what Amazon QuickSight is.
Yeah. So Amazon QuickSight is Amazon Web Services um, BI visualization service that we provide, and it is a serverless BI service. You don't have to
Now,
worry
you
about
say BI, that means business intelligence,
business
right?
intelligence.
Just to
Yep,
make
yep,
sure
yep.
everybody
Yeah. Of course. So yeah, it's a business intelligence service, and it is a serverless. It is machine learning enabled as well as embeddable service that you can use to start building your visualizations from a wide variety of data sources. We support a lot of data sources that are part of AWS and also external like Snowflake and time series and whatnot. And you can just start building your dashboards is what we call as a quick site terminology. And when I'm doing the demo, I can show you what a dashboard looks like. And then with this new feature, with literally a click of button, you can copy the embeddable code into your HTML page, which I'll show you, and you are live. Your dashboard is live for your end users.
Super interesting. So, who is this product for? Is it for DevOps engineers? Is it for BI people? Who can use this feature?
Yeah, great question, Brian. This product is for BI business analysts who have now spent their time to build the dashboards, and now they want to democratize this, right? Like I want to share this data. I want to bring the insights that I've gathered to everyone else, and I will show you that you can decide to share this with specific users or with a group of users, or the next level is everyone in your company, or the next level is everyone on the internet who has an internet connection.
Very cool.
Wow. Okay, so this sounds really exciting. I understand you have a demo. Let's
Yeah,
go ahead and bring that up, and then I'm sure we'll have more questions as we see this in action.
perfect. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to talk to you about how to enable this feature, number one. Number two is once this feature is enabled, I'm going to talk to you about how you can enable the permissions on your dashboard. And then number three, I'm going to show you how you can copy that embeddable code into a site and get it going within minutes, right? So first, let me talk to you about how to enable this feature. So in order for you to enable this feature, you are an IAM admin, AWS IAM admin that has a QuickSight login, and you have logged into the QuickSight console, which is what we are showing right here. And QuickSight is its own SaaS application, so you don't have to worry about any infrastructure or deployments or anything. You just go to your website and you're there, right? Which is quicksite.aws.amazon.com. In that, you need to come to Manage QuickSight. And within Manage QuickSight, when you click on Security and Permissions, we have this new setting called Public Access to Dashboards. This is where you can enable this feature on your account, the QuickSight account itself. The reason we have this is because not everyone wants to enable the dashboards to be shared with public. Some enterprises or ISVs are very specific about data security. So we give you a set of gates that make sure that you're confident about what you're doing. This is the first gate, right? So you click on this. And only IAM admins can access this page. And here's your toggle that do you want to enable this feature on this account? Currently here, as you can see, in this demo, it has been enabled. With a click, you can disable it.
And I noticed you're using this in the QuickSight dashboard. So this is separate from the AWS console,
Correct.
right? This
Exactly.
is a whole different version.
Correct. QuickSight is its own console, it's its own SaaS application. You can just get going. And the reason is because our authors who author dashboards, who are BIs, BAs, etc., are not necessarily AWS users, right? Like
Interesting.
they just need to come and start building dashboards. Right? So let's say that in your case, when you come to this, the setting is off the way you see it here. So you click on it, and we are trying to make sure you understand what you're doing, right? Hey, do you want to do this? If you do this, these are the items that are going to be enabling, right? So we want you to confirm. Once you confirm, this feature has been enabled on your account. But before I move on to show you how to the second step, which was like enabling the dashboard permissions, one thing I want to call out is not every IAM admin can do this, because we want to make sure that the accounts who want to do this are really, really clear about what they are doing. You need to give your IAM admins a policy that enables them to take this action. And that policy is, let me just zoom in a bit.
Oh, very cool. So you're referencing a blog on this. Yeah. Super excited.
So the policy is update public sharing settings, and you need to give them the allow access. Only if the IAM admins have this allow access, they can enable the setting on their account. So what we are doing is we are giving you multiple gates, making sure that you know what you're doing.
Nice.
So now that you have done this, let's actually go and let's say that you have a dashboard that is authored and ready to be shared with public, right? So let's go to that second step. So I have a sample dashboard here. I'm just going to click on this. I have already created this dashboard. I have done my authoring. It's a very simple dashboard. It shows how my different employees are spread across in different regions. So you will see a share button here. You need to click on that, and you need to click on Share Dashboard. So when you click on Share Dashboard, this is where you can do the three things that I talked to you about. You can decide to share it with an individual user or a group, or you can decide to share it with everyone in your enterprise, which is your company, or you can decide to share it with the public, right? If you want to share it with specific users or groups, you type them here, provided they are already provisioned in QuickSight. Okay, and here I have shared it with some people. If you want to share it with everyone in this account, which is your enterprise, right? So for example, like I want to share it with everyone in Amazon, for example. I just need to click that button, and it enables everyone in Amazon to be able to access this dashboard when the link is shared with them or if it's embedded. But those users need to be onboarded into QuickSight. Or the third thing is what we're launching now is anyone on the internet. Right? For that, someone sitting back in, I don't know, in Canada or in India who are not provisioned in QuickSight but can access your website where you're going to embed this will be able to access this dashboard. So I'll show you that. So as you can see, this dashboard has been enabled for everyone on the internet or anyone on the internet. But that doesn't mean that it magically starts showing up on everyone's browsers. You can share it using the copy link. You just take this. Imagine that I just enable this, I copy this, and I throw it on Reddit blog or a Reddit chat session. Anyone who's going there can start accessing this dashboard. Or
Mhm.
you can copy this embed code. You, as an author, as a BA, as a BI, do not need to worry about writing code to generate this embeddable code anymore. You just copy it and throw it into your HTML page, and it is embedded. So I'm going to talk to you about the third segment, which is how to throw it into an embedded. So you just copied it, and you got a confirmation that it's copied to the clipboard. And I have a Google site here, which is pretty bland, pretty basic, bland, just waiting there. And this Google site gives me an opportunity to embed content into it. So here it is, right? Literally, I'm clicking. And here is where I go to the embed code and I paste my code. And Google site is showing you what does it actually look like. This is this exact dashboard that I was showing you on the QuickSight console.
Wow.
Very cool.
And it is embedded. That's it. Once I publish my site and I share this URL of this site, I don't know, I just go share it on again. Or if the site is live, it's available on any public knowledge. Whoever comes to this site can see this dashboard.
Now, is this scalable?
Yes,
What
it
if I
is.
publish it in a blog post and that blog post goes viral on Reddit or Twitter and I'm getting thousands of hits? This isn't gonna like start timing out, getting slow, right?
No, not at all. Because that is one big advantage with QuickSight is we scale with you. You do not have to worry about as your business scales or your hits scale or your website scales. Oh my God, I need to start provisioning more servers. I need to start getting beefier machines. You don't have to worry about that. We are elastic. We will scale for you. And if knock on the wood, you get popular, we'll make sure that you stay popular.
That's good.
So I saw that you enabled this in the dashboard and you kind of turn it on to give you a URL. Can you orchestrate this through some kind of API also?
Yes, we do have those options. We do have an entire suite of APIs where you can embed a dashboard using APIs into your SaaS applications. You can also embed the authoring experience into your APIs for your power users so that you can monetize on your applications using APIs too. And for that, you need to be a developer, right? So we do have a bucket where you can focus on embedding using APIs, and we have rich SDKs so that you can start um, giving a seamless experience to your end users coming to your application by using our SDK so that they can customize the look and feel, they can customize the interactivity, and it just blends through, right? So we have that entire set of capabilities. And we now have this set of capabilities, which we call one click, where you don't have to be a tech savvy end user. Like what all I did show you right now, I didn't write a single line of code, but I was able to embed it right there. There is one thing I do want to call out is that QuickSight makes sure that the site where you're embedding is something that QuickSight can trust. So you have to make sure that that site is called out. And for that, you need to again go back to manage QuickSight. And then this, you see domains and embedding. And here, you need to call out the site where you're embedding. In my case, I'm doing it on Google site, so I've called out Google site here.
That's perfect. So that makes a lot of sense. I don't necessarily want anyone to be able to copy the embed code out of my website and embed it into their website.
Exactly.
So this way I'm creating an allow list and saying these are the specific sites that I'm allowed to embed my QuickSight dashboard onto.
Yep. Perfect.
This is
exactly.
This is very super cool. I can think of all the automation that you can do around this. For me, I see myself using this technology, building some automation around it, and adding to maybe a GitHub repository.
Exactly.
So people can see statistics on my pull request or something. This is really amazing.
Now, one more question I had is this is real time data, right? This isn't just a static snapshot of my dashboard. If I go back and this data has changed, it's gonna update,
exactly
that I've embedded it, right?
Yeah. So think about updates in two ways. One update is that suddenly we hire a lot more employees in APAC. So you don't have to worry about anything. It starts to reflect here automatically, right? And then the second type of update is um, the author adds a new chart to this dashboard, right? Like an extra chart or an extra sheet, right? Nothing needs to happen here. You come here as an end user, you'll start to see that extra visual, extra chart, or extra sheet automatically, right? With respect to the data update itself that I talked about as the first one, uh, like I was telling, that QuickSight has a lot of connectivity available, so you can directly connect to your data source, let's say Athena or some other S3 bucket or something. And as the data refreshes there, it automatically starts to reflect here. Or you can bring that data into QuickSight, what we call it as Spice. Spice is super fast, super fast in memory, parallel. Um, I'm actually blanking on that. Calculation, pre-calculated, right? So
Yeah.
what that actually means is what that means is not just a cache. It is a cache of your pre-calculated data. So imagine that you have a query that you have written which does some summation or uh, some sort of pre-calculation they've done. Spice actually calculates and brings it in, so that at the time of load you already have what you need, right? So actually, yeah, Spice is super fast in memory pre-calculated engine. That it is.
Nice. And this is part of making it really scalable, right?
It is
So
exactly.
this way, when somebody loads up my dashboard in their website, it's not going to cause load on my Athena database or whatever my data source is.
Exactly.
Instead, everything is going into the Spice cache, and then it's being served directly out of the Spice cache.
Exactly. And the Spice cache is pre-calculated. It's not just like a dump of your Athena data into this. It's actually pre-calculated and ready with the data that is required to paint this visual right there, right? And you can actually build schedules to update your Spice. So imagine that new set of data comes into your data source. You can create schedules to start loading that into your Spice.
That's awesome. And can I just say I love the acronym. I'm a fan of the Dune series, so I'm thinking let the spice flow. Well, this is super cool. This looks like it's going to be a huge benefit to folks who do have this data they want to share. They want to embed stuff in blog posts. They want to embed stuff in their website. They don't have to worry about scaling and deploying, something, and they just get all this built in without having to write a line of code. That's awesome.
Yep, totally. We are super excited. We want to, as our focus is, want to make our customers' life easy. So we always invent and simplify on that. So, yeah, looking forward to this.
Very cool. So how can customers find out more information about this? Like, do you have blogs, a product page?
Yep.
Can you talk about that?
Yep. So we are going to be launching the blog that is going to talk to them about how to use this feature, exactly how I showed you today. And we are also going to be having a What's New post. Like if someone is subscribed to AWS's What's New, it's going to come up on that. And our AWS docs, regular docs on QuickSight. If you look up one-click public embedding on the AWS docs, you'll start to see the information that we spoke about today.
And we'll put all the links to that into the chat, so you'll see that popping up presently.
Yep.
Yeah.
Awesome.
I'll be clicking on those later myself to add to my GitHub repository.
Well, thank you so much for showing this to us today. It's got me pretty excited about QuickSight.
Thank you for having me. I'm super excited to be showing this and looking forward to having our customers start using this.
Thank you.
Thank you.